Imagine a world where every city is in ruins, where millions of lives are lost. This was World War II, a conflict that changed the world. World War II wasn't just a battle between armies, it was a war that shaped the very foundations of our modern world. It lasted from 1939 to 1945, with over 100 million soldiers from over 30 countries fighting on every continent. But what was the cost? Over 70 million people lost their lives, entire cities were destroyed, and a generation was scarred by the horrors of war. It all started with the rise of fascism in Europe, led by Adolf Hitler and the Nazi regime. Germany's invasion of Poland in 1939 triggered the conflict. The war quickly spread, drawing in countries like Britain, France, the Soviet Union, and eventually the United States. In the Pacific, Japan's imperial ambitions collided with the Allied forces, leading to devastating battles such as Pearl Harbor and the atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. The war didn't just destroy infrastructure, it tore apart families, cultures, and entire communities. The Holocaust, the systematic extermination of 6 million Jews, stands as one of the darkest chapters in human history. And yet, from this devastation came incredible acts of resilience. Nations rebuilt, treaties were signed, and organizations like the United Nations were born to prevent such horrors from happening again. But even now, nearly 80 years later, we still feel the effects. The borders of countries, the alliances we form, and the way we approach conflict were all shaped by the decisions made during World War II. And perhaps the most important lesson is that peace is fragile. We must learn from the past to avoid repeating it. As we remember the millions who fought, sacrificed, and lost their lives, we must ask ourselves, what role will we play in shaping the future? Will we stand by as history repeats itself, or will we work together to build a world of